Hi, and a very warm welcome to this live where I'm asking the very challenging question is whether or not you need a wake-up call in your business right now. So I'm Rachel Smith, the business grower, and I am passionate about helping and supporting female entrepreneurs to create epic results in their business. Whether you have an online business or not, I work with all sorts of different people ranging from web designers, yoga teachers, other coaches, therapists. All sorts of amazing women are working with me and generating great results. Now, it wasn't always like this for me, and I'll be sharing a little bit about my story as well, just to qualify why I feel that I can actually ask this particular question now. So whenever I ask a challenging question, it is not to trigger you, it is to challenge your current thinking, your current state, and also you can pretty much guarantee that if I am asking you this question, that I have come from a place of knowledge, from my own personal experience, or certainly of that from my clients, from their experience of changing their business. So what I really wanted to kind of highlight, if you hadn't already been aware of it, is that we're in the kind of final couple of weeks of Q1 of 2018. Now, this is a really great time to decide what's been working really, really brilliantly for you and your business in 2018. And there are going to be a whole load of clues in that will really help you to identify how you can go forward in 2018 and maximize this year. So if you haven't already started pondering about Q1, I really want to encourage you to do that. Don't wait till the end of the month. Start having a look at your finances, what's working really well, where are you being consistent, and what's generating you the most money and momentum in your business. So as you come on live, come say hi. I always love to know who's here so I can answer any of your questions that you have. And if you're watching this back through the recording, I'm really happy to answer any of your questions as well. And, this is quite a challenging question, isn't it? Asking you if you need a little bit of a wake-up call right now. And I'm doing this from a place of service because there was plenty of times in my business before I understood how to generate a consistent flow of clients' money coming into my business, that I struggled to understand how to make it work. And, thankfully I do now, but I really wish that there had been more information out there that could actually help me at this point in my business when I was really struggling. So I understand that, if you are watching this, you are looking for ways, strategies, ideas where you can actually boost your business, where you can actually build some momentum into your business, and how you can actually move away from your current state of play. And it could well be that you are generating money in your business, yay, that you are attracting clients in your business, but there are also some quiet spells in your business that means that you're having like this roller coaster ride experience. And that definitely was my experience in my business. And it really frustrated me. I'd be like, oh my gosh, I've got clients, that's really exciting. And then there'd be the times when I'd be really worried about where the next paying clients were coming from. And at that time, I would really start to be scouring the internet, looking for all sorts of solutions. I'd be downloading people's information. I'd be doing absolutely everything to try and figure out what was wrong with my business and how I could turn it around. So let me know if that's resonating with you. Just send me some hearts or some thumbs up if you're thinking, yeah, I've currently experiencing that, or I have definitely experienced that in the past. And we were so lucky that there's so much information available. But the absolutely key thing is to figure out what to do next, isn't it? And that's why I'm kind of suggesting here we are at the end of Q1, or certainly approaching the end of Q1 in 2018, that you start to have a review of your business and you figure out how 2018 is going. It's much better to do it now rather than later on in Q2, when actually you could have been, just kind of slightly altering your path and making some massive inroads into your business. But I certainly had that experience of getting results into my business and been really celebrating and being on a real high and absolutely loving that person or people who had come into my business, and yeah, absolutely a brilliant experience. But there was definitely times, lulls in my business, when I wasn't attracting paying clients in, and there were just whole periods of time when I'd be very, very worried about whether or not I could actually make this business of mine work. And I was very worried about whether the next paying clients was coming in and how on earth I was going to be as good as X person that I'd seen on the internet. And there was definitely times in that experience when I considered packing it all in and going, oh my gosh, it would just be so much easier to actually go and work with somebody else. But thankfully I didn't. So what changed for me was back in 2016, I had a launch that it wasn't a great launch at all. And I knew that I couldn't carry on with this kind of roller coaster ride, that I was in the driving seat of my business, and I made some changes to my business and everything changed really quickly and very, just really, it felt amazing, and the results came in really quickly as well. And I wanted to share that with you today as well. So I know that there's a lot of kind of secrecy out there almost in the industry through mentors and coaches who don't really tell you what creates success in a business. And actually I'm really open. Hi Patty, lovely to see you here. I'm really open about sharing what does actually work in a business, because one of my big missions and one of my big messages as a business coach is that I want women to succeed. This is what I'm here to do. I'm here to support women because I understand that there are certain times in our businesses when we need that additional support. It won't be all the time. It's only on those occasions when you might be feeling really stuck or you have plateaued and you're actually looking for some help and support to actually take you to the next level. So actually reaching out and seeking support is a really good thing. It's not a bad thing at all. And there are plenty of brilliant people who, like myself, who can actually help you succeed. So if you've got any beliefs around whether or not you should actually pay for support, I would absolutely guarantee you that if you choose the right person with the right support, you will make an epic difference in your business. And what you've got to think about is if you keep doing the same thing that you've always done, you will generate the same results. And if they are the results that you want to get, fabulous. But if they are not the results that you want to get, something has to change. And you've got a decision, as I did in 2016, about when those things change. So, there was in 2016 having this roller coaster ride of my business. Some launches were absolutely spectacular and I had the most brilliant time, and other times things were quite difficult. So again, if that's resonating with you, I would love to hear from you. So just press some hearts or some thumbs and let me know. Come and share your own stories as well. Whenever I'm doing a live stream, I like it to be as engaged as possible. So what I decided in 2016 is that whether or not I was like all in or if I was just like messing around in my business. So I had this business, I had clients, I had money, but it wasn't really at the level that I wanted it to be at. And I had, in 2016, as I still do now, I had some really juicy goals. I had some really juicy dreams about my business, about the way that I was going to work with my clients, and also about my life as well. And I had to decide in 2016 if basically I was going to play it small and be happy with that, or if actually I was going to prove to myself that I'm actually all in to make my business the success that I really wanted it to be. And, it was just like a hell yes, of course I'm all in to doing whatever it takes to build and grow an awesome business. And the things that I changed and the things that really helped me generate a lot of success quite quickly was the following things I'm going to share with you right now. The number one thing was changing my mindset. Now, I was actually, as a business coach and NLP practitioner, I was actually teaching this to my own clients, and they were getting some great results. But I never allowed myself to build up a daily habit of working on my own mindset. So I just decided that that's what I was going to do in 2016. And oh my goodness me, the clarity and the insights that I received from things that I was doing, things that I was allowing in, the things that I was holding on to, the things that were stopping me, that were keeping me from playing it big, actually started to really change quite dramatically. And if you've been following me for a while, you know, me saying that the number one thing you need to do in order for you to have the success that you want to have is to change your own belief. You won't be too surprised. So number one is definitely about changing your belief in yourself. And until you do that, it's going to be really difficult for other people to feel vibrationally that you actually believe in yourself as well. And this is what people buy. You know, they don't buy your fancy website, they don't buy your fancy graphics, and they certainly don't buy your fancy sales page. They're buying you, all your products, and they're buying the frequency that you have about who you are and what you do in your business and how you work with your clients. And if that is all messed up with worry and anxiety that you're trying to disguise because you're not working on it, you're not clearing it, it's going to come through in every single thing that you do. So I would love to know from people here, you know, are you working on your mindset on a really regular basis? You know, I'm really fortunate because I have created a daily practice, and it's really easy for me to slip into that. It's also really easy for me to slip out of it as well. So it is something that I work on regularly. The second element that I put in place in 2016 that I still do in my business is that I cultivated a really successful relationship with money, because in the times when I was generating money in my business, what would happen with money is that money would come flying into my business and then it would go flying out the door. So even though I was working really hard and I was generating results, I wasn't benefiting from any of that money. So I started to work on my money story and my money blocks, and I started to have my own money breakthroughs, and I could see the patterns that were recurring. So the money work and the mindset work is something that works together. So it's not like you have to do two separate things. It's something that you can actually combine and do together, but on a daily basis. And what you're doing there is that you are actually programming yourself for success. You're programming yourself for opportunities, and you're raising your vibration, and you're raising you know, your feeling of that everything's going to be okay, that you can go ahead with your following your deepest desires, and you can go out there and you can do your videos and you can create your blogs and you can respond to people because you are enough. Ooh, we just had a little slip there. So you start to program yourself for success. So this is the number one thing that I did in 2016 that changed everything. And what that allowed me to do is the third thing, which allowed me to get into taking aligned action. Now, for too long, I had been taking my business forward following somebody else's business model based on their personality. And that just felt like hard frigging work. So what I did instead is that I got really clear about who I am, who I want to work with, and how I want to work with them. I got really clear about my message, my mission, and my vision. And because I've been working on my mindset, I knew that that was enough. I knew that that was enough for me to go out there and actually start to develop and nurture relationships with my ideal clients. So the third aspect is taking aligned action every single day in your business as you, and understanding that that is already enough, and to do it consistently so that you can jump on a live stream like this and share some content and create a sales opportunity or a really juicy call to action and grow your business on a really regular basis. It's as simple as that. And I understand there's a whole heap of things that people have to get through. They have to get through the fear, and they've got to get the clarity. But if I can do it, you can do it as well. So the fourth aspect was about having a business model. Now, as I just mentioned, I did spend plenty of time following other people's business models. I'd invested in various different people, and the only thing that they had to show me was how to run a business like they did, which would be absolutely fine if I was their clone, but I am not. So for me, I wanted a business model that allows me to understand where my clients are coming from, what I had to offer, and at what price point that I was going to offer it at. And I got I put a really simple business model in place that I still have today. And it's a case of implementing that, creating offers around that. It's a case of coming from a place of alignment, really understanding your audience, seeing what their struggles are, seeing what really lights you up, and only taking forward those products and services where you feel really excited and really in alignment to actually create, launch, and sell it. And that was the kind of fifth and final element of how my business changed in 2016. And the kind of fifth element was to become wide open to business. Now, you may be sat there thinking, well, that's an obvious one, Rachel. Of course you're wide open to business. But actually, how frequently, so this is a question for you, from me, because it was a question that I was asked. And until I was asked this question, I thought I was wide open to business. So the question that I've got for you right now, when you listen to this, is how frequently are you going out there and telling people what you've got and allowing them to see the amazing products and services that you have available? Because when you are like me and you're going out there frequently and letting people to share with people how they can come and work with you, how they can have that transformation, how they can have that experience with you, that is when you're wide open to business. And yes, there's a whole heap of work that's done behind the scenes behind that. But if you are sat there scrolling through the internet, keeping all your fingers crossed, creating content and having a fabulous website and hoping that that is enough, I'm here to say, this might be the exact wake-up call that you need to hear right now, that by being passive with your sales activity, being passive with your message, being passive with your frequency, is actually going to make business really, really hard. Now, you might feel challenged about these things that I'm talking about, but actually all of these things are really simple to do. And they made such a difference in my business. So in 2016, when I put these things in place and when I did it consistently over a period of time, well, less than 12 months, I tripled my business. Now, if you've been in my world for a little while, you would have met some of my clients, and you would have most certainly heard from one of my clients who started working with me in September, and by the end of a period that was just 9 weeks, hi Shelley, love to see you here. At the end of a 9-week period, this client actually generated more money in those 9 weeks than she had in the whole of the last financial year. Now, you might be thinking, well, this is utter BS. But because we were working together in a really intimate way, and because we were looking at her mindset and her belief, and we were looking at how open she was to business, and then we were looking at her business model and her products and services, and we were getting her to come out and be consistent with the visibility and the message and allow herself to be authentically herself. And then she went out there and created an offer, and I supported her through a launch that saw her attracting over 30 new clients in one launch. So you will have probably heard a lot of these amazing success stories from lots of other people, but I really want to allow you to know that this is true. This is the truth of when you get into alignment, when you've worked on your mindset, you can really make a significant difference to your business. Now that is business changing, isn't it? And everything that I put in place in my business in 2016 was business changing as well. And this isn't just for the lucky ones. This is for you. If you listen to this and you know that your heart of hearts, like I did in 2016, and just as my client did in September, where you absolutely know that you cannot continue and you will not continue to grow a business in the way that you currently are, and you absolutely know that you are open to being supported, to being held accountable, to taking action, to having the confidence that you can take action as the person you truly are, and to allow yourself to come through in everything that you do. And when you do those things, you will change your business, you will change your results, and therefore you will change your life, and the other people in your life as well. And I think I had to summarize what happened in 2016 and what's happened subsequently for not just for Kelly in September, but for my other clients I'm currently working with who are having the same kind of experience, is that it comes down to a decision. It comes down to a decision that you get to make about whether or not you're going to allow yourself the success that you truly desire and the life that you truly desire. And once you've made the decision either way, like I did in 2016, small business, big business, you will then get into alignment and take amazing action. And that's when the magic happens. So I have got an opportunity for you, most definitely. I absolutely 100% are committed to my clients when they come and work with me. And I have a variety of different ways that people work with me. And right now I've opened up the opportunity for just a few one-to-one clients to come through and work with me privately for the next 6 weeks. Hi Carol, lovely to see you here. So for 6 weeks, we are going to be looking at your business on a one-to-one basis. So if you think about the kind of catalyst and the results that Kelly got in September, just September 2017, when I worked with her on a group mastermind, in 9 weeks, she generated more revenue in those 9 weeks than she had in the previous financial year. I mean, that is awesome, isn't it? And then the clients that I'm currently working with now, they're all being really proactive with the selling, they're making sales. We have this amazing kind of weekly collective where we share what's working really well in our businesses, and you can tell they're absolutely blown away with their own success. And then in 2016, I followed exactly what I've shared in this live stream with you today, and I tripled my previous business in terms of clients, revenue, and so on. And it was a whole load of fun as well. In 2015, I was working like crazy hours, and 2016, I was just like, I just can't do this anymore. And I got into alignment with how I wanted to show up. And that's exactly what I'm going to do with the women who come forward, who choose to come and work with me in my one-to-one coaching opportunity. And again, one of the things that I really love to do and to share with my clients is how to show up in business and be really graceful. And I've kind of coined the phrase like the graceful hustle. And that's what it is. We're rocking up, we're creating content, we're nurturing our relationships, and we're fearless in our desire to generate sales, clients, opportunities. And that is exactly what I'm going to share with you during our 6 weeks together. Now, my one-to-one is generally very bespoke and high-end. But this time, I just felt really, I can really see and feel around the place that there are women who've got some really juicy goals for 2018, and they are really serious about making it happen. Here in the UK, we really don't know what's going to happen to our economy in 2019. So there's a real sense that, this year we're going to figure it out and we're going to go and do it. But I can also see that there's a lot of frustrations as well. There's a lot of women who are still stuck. And what I've got to say to you is, if you feel stuck, but what I've been sharing with you resonates, and you want to explore the possibility of what it would be like for you in your business to actually work for a short period of time with a coach on a one-to-one basis where you are fully supported to figure out your message and your mission and your business model and your products and services, and to figure out your latest oh my god offers and your content and all of those things that we are doing in our businesses, this is a great opportunity for you. So 6 weeks would normally honestly be thousands in terms of investment. But for this time only, I'm making this opportunity available for £800. And you could do the conversion if you need to do the conversion to a different currency as well. And that there are 3 payment options as well, and a bonus for one of the payment options. So you can find all of that information over on my website. The sales page is there. I'm really happy to talk it through further. If you go to my website, which is www.rachelsmithlifecoach.com, and click on the Graceful Hustle, you'll find the entire details there. And if you know that you need to speak to me about how you can generate this wake up in your own business, how you can work on your mindset and your relationship with money, and how you can create oh my god offers that your soulmate clients absolutely want and buy, and how you can become more graceful in your business, I really want to encourage you to use this link here and book in and have a very informal chat with me. So this is a chat where we will explore what is a good fit for you right now. So if those things are resonating with you, if you've got any questions about anything I've shared today, please ask either now, or if you're watching the recording, you can ask me in the comments. I always go back through my comments and respond. And if you know that you want to explore what it would be like to work with me to really start to generate some epic results in your business, there are the opportunity through the schedule to come and have a chat with me. I've got some availability this week, limited, and a little bit limited availability next week. This offer to come and work with me on a one-to-one basis, it ends next Friday on the 23rd. So if this is resonating with you, let's make sure that we have that conversation and we check it out as an opportunity for you and your business. Okay? I think I might have some children to feed, so have a very fabulous Monday evening, and I look forward to catching up with you again soon. Bye for now.